If you felt stuck trying to lose weight, you're not alone. Enter Weight Loss by Hers. It's designed to support you in reaching your goals. And Hers now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications, including the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen. With Wegovy at Hers, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps you regulate your appetite, eat less, and keep weight off. Plus, Wegovy is the first GLP-1 available in a pill, so there are no needles needed. Everything is 100% online through Hers. You'll connect with a licensed provider who will determine if treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is delivered right to your door. No insurance necessary. And it doesn't stop there. Weight Loss by Hers goes beyond medication by offering access to 24/7 messaging with your care team and tons of in-app lifestyle and nutrition tips like recipes, meal plans, fitness videos, sleep content, and more. Even better, with a range of affordable GLP-1 options, Hers makes it simple to find an approach that fits your needs and your budget if eligible. You'll get a treatment plan personalized to you and unlimited dosage changes as needed. It's weight loss designed to work with your life. Ready to reach your goals? Visit forhers.com/women to get personalized, affordable care that gets you. That's forhers.com/women. forhers.com/women. Weight Loss by Hers is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk A.S. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit forhers.com.
I sold my car in Carvana last night.
Well, that's cool.
No, you don't understand. It went perfectly. Real offer, down to the penny. They're picking it up tomorrow. Nothing went wrong.
So, what's the problem?
That is the problem. Nothing in my life goes as smoothly. I'm waiting for the catch.
Maybe there's no catch.
That's exactly what a catch would want me to think.
Wow, you need to relax.
I need to knock on wood. Do we have wood? Is this table wood?
I think it's laminate.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's close enough.
Car selling without a catch. Sell your car today on
Carvana.
Pickup fees may apply.
Welcome to the Dogs Podcast with your hosts, Blake Reneker, Justin Charles, and Josh All.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Dogs Podcast, Dog Pack Discord Live tonight. Josh All, I've got Justin Charles and Kenny Mack with me tonight.
Do it, baby.
So everybody's a little bit displaced. We got Justin audio only. He's in the middle of a thunderstorm, really bad one. And then you got Kenny over here. He's out of his house. He's at his sister's right now doing family stuff for Easter weekend. But we're still bringing you guys Cleveland Browns content tonight. So we got some cool stuff to talk about. We'll be bringing people up on the stage. If you guys want to be part of these Discord live episodes in the future and you're not in the dog pack, make sure you guys head over to jointhedogs.com. Sign up over there, join our private Discord, and just help support the show on our Patreon page. It's all synced together over there at jointhedogs.com. And then you get access to the Discord, like I said, hang out with everybody you see here, everybody you hear from a lot of times on the voicemails when we do the shows, and hang out with us during the Discord lives. So that's my spiel. We got some heated topics. I think Justin's he's ready to go, rearing and ready to go for this first one. And we're just going to kick everything off here talking about this whole Deshaun Watson, Shedeur Sanders thing. We've got this, feels like a very concentrated effort in at least local media that Deshaun Watson's the runner, the front runner. He's the guy that's got the heads up in the quarterback competition. It's his job and all this stuff. And Justin was making some really good points before we started recording. And I said, hold up, hold that thought, and now go.
All right. Just all we were basically talking about was basically, and this really started a month ago. Me and Josh and Kenny were literally doing a Discord show a month ago, and we said, what happened basically that all of a sudden there's all this uncomfortability with Shedeur Sanders. All of a sudden it's like he lost ability, a talent. Nothing has changed though from the last time we saw him, that he walked off the field, and we still have yet to see, live reps, Deshaun Watson. We see the promo videos, we see the recovery stuff, and you know he's trying to make a concentrated effort to get back to, the NFL, not back to the NFL, but back to a starting caliber, position if he can. It's just very strange to me that all of a sudden, there's this effort almost to, we're seeing Deshaun Watson's name popping up a lot. Just, whether it's, hey, I hear people say, do we think we can trade him? I don't think that they're talking him up to trade him because the dead cap's like $86 million. We're not doing that. We're not trading Deshaun Watson. It's just, I feel like the national media, especially, we're in a weird lull. The Arizona, meetings, the owner meetings are going on. There's not a lot going on in this period of time. And I feel like, we have this lull before the draft where we don't, really have anything to talk about. And this to me is just almost like a clickbait kind of agenda to just get people talking about the situation. To me, I think it's so clear cut from the fan. Like as a fan, I'm like, there's an obvious guy that we can lean into and take some stuff from last year into this year. I watched a guy flash with a terrible offensive line, an offensive line that I don't think any quarterback in the league would be successful with. I watched a guy try to make plays and sometimes make plays with guys that are not playmakers, that are just known to be just, whether it's drops or stuff like that. I saw flashes. We're making a concentrated effort, it feels like, with this team this year to get the line together, potentially draft wide receivers and build weapons around this kid. And the media is saying that we're going to roll to Deshaun Watson, who we haven't seen look good since Houston. Do we forget that we already did 3 or 4 years of this? I don't understand it. And then for us to continually keep talking about we're going to use the high pick, the number 1 pick for a quarterback, it just blows my mind. We didn't have the space or the reps last year to even figure out what we had. Are we going to do this again? Please don't do this. Sorry, go ahead. That is the spiel a little bit. Makes no sense to me.
That's good stuff,
you
man.
You can tell somebody was locked up with their kids all day, buddy.
Oh, sorry, bro. We did go to a museum for a few hours, but not long enough, apparently.
Oh,
well,
man.
I mean, I think all this started up really with Jimmy Haslam, and it was at the annual meetings, and I think things got kind of misquoted. And if you guys remember, Jimmy Haslam said something about a swing and a miss last year, and I think really what he was getting at last year was a swing and a miss at that point, right? And they clearly expected more. Nothing's worked out to that point, and they just really needed to move forward from this guy. And clearly they can't because of the size of the contract, right? Now, I think Mary Kay basically said something along the lines from a swing and a miss to a home run. I don't think he necessarily said that. I think he's just being kind of diplomatic and saying, like, listen, we got this guy on our team. There's a new coach. There's a fresh start and a great chance. But what did we say before this show started? If you want to really get the ire of Cleveland Browns fan up right now, what do you want to do? Talk about Deshaun Watson. And that is what has things just flipping and people flipping out right now. I think, and it goes back to what we said earlier, it's just silly season right now. Like, the guy's going to come in. He has a chance to play. He's injury-free, right, at this point, and he's going to compete. But I think Shedeur Sanders will be fine. And I think Tim Hasselbeck was talking about this a day or two ago as well, where he hasn't made it through a season. He hasn't played a full season or just 19 games in 4 years? Like, come on, man. Like, 4 years is a long time. 5 years is a long time, and not to play in the NFL. And for him to go to an all-star level or to some kind of starting quarterback level, that'd be nothing short of a miracle.
There have been oh, go ahead.
No, all I'm going to say is I refuse in 2026 to discuss rust, to discuss guys aren't ready to go. I refuse. If you're going to be the starter, I refuse to listen to rust. And if we see balls in the ground, then it's not it. It's just not it. I will refuse to talk about, well, let's just give him a few games to get things warmed up and get into game reps. We have to figure out what we have.
We do.
That makes realistic sense for this team moving forward in 2026 and beyond. If I had a guy ask me, hey, wouldn't it be crazy if Watson balled out this year? And then what do the Browns have to do at the end of the season when it's time to figure out deal? I said, let's not even discuss that. Let's just move forward and just because that would be such a typical Cleveland Browns thing to happen just for life.
Yeah, that's a narrative that's out there though. And it's like you said, like we don't know what we have because we didn't have an offense last year. We didn't have an offensive line. We didn't have a good offense. We didn't, you need to build that up. And that's what I'm hoping for this offseason. We've revamped the offensive line. I don't know if they fixed anything, but they got pieces, right? So let's get some receivers. Let's get a backup tight end, and let's make this offense roll.
Yeah, so I looked it up earlier because I was interested. So there have been 85 regular season NFL games since 2020. Deshaun Watson has played in 19 of them. Okay? Yep. So, and for those 19 games, to what Justin was saying, couple good ones. Couple good ones.
Wasn't good, bro. Not good.
No. I mean, overall, the whole body of work, garbage. Just absolutely terrible football was played. And there were moments, we had moments where we thought, okay, all right, this is our quarterback. We got to continue to believe. And then it just got to a point where it's like, no, this is never going to happen. And then he started getting hurt. Never going to happen. So I'm not even remotely concerned about, well, what if Deshaun Watson, I hear people say that too, Justin, all the time. Well, what if he actually comes out and plays good this year and we win like 10 games or we make the playoffs? I'm like, stop being that type of Browns fan. I get it. I love the hope and the optimism. It's not going to happen with him. It's not going to happen. So I went back and I posted this. So this is what I want to talk about, Justin. I got the last 7 games. So 2024, Deshaun Watson played 7 games. 2025, Shedeur Sanders played 7 games. So we got kind of an equal sample size as far as games played. And in those 7 games for each guy, Deshaun Watson went 1-6 with a better offensive roster. Shedeur Sanders went 3-4. Deshaun Watson threw for 1,148 yards, and Shedeur Sanders threw for 1,400 yards. So more yards. Shedeur Sanders had 175 yards per game. Deshaun Watson 164. So everything is in favor of Shedeur except for interceptions. Shedeur obviously had 10 last year as a rookie. Deshaun's last 7 games, he threw 3, but Shedeur had more touchdowns, took fewer sacks per game, had more rushing yards than Deshaun Watson did in those 7 games, and averaged more yards per scramble. So he's actually more athletic and picks up better yardage on the ground than Deshaun Watson does. Everything Deshaun Watson, people think he does well, Shedeur Sanders actually does better.
And brother, I don't know if I'm living in a fantasy world or something, but this was pre-tearing his Achilles twice in 90 days.
Correct.
We're talking about guys not coming back properly from one at healthy ages like 23, 24, 25. We're talking about a 30-year-old quarterback that looked less mobile as when he came to the Browns.
When he was healthy.
I don't know. I don't know how we can sell it that there's a chance that this guy becomes Superman overnight again and returns to 2000 Houston. I just can't believe that.
And the thing that I wanted to point out too about these stat comparisons that I did, 2024 was Deshaun Watson's 7th season in the NFL. Okay, 7 seasons. He's a veteran. He's a pro. That was Shedeur Sanders' rookie season last year with no training camp, with no preseason really reps, with nothing prepared for him, and an offense that was the worst we've ever seen.
Yep.
And had one of the worst performances you've ever seen because the offense was so bad against the Chicago Bears.
Oh,
like it's.
And then you get the game against the Titans where Shedeur, it was like, okay, this is what we came to see. This is what everybody's buying their tickets for the Shedeur show wanted to see. And I want to see if that's there. We're not going to get it with Deshaun.
100%, brother. 100%.
All right. Well, let's see. We do have a hand up, so we'll get Adam up here. This show's for you guys. Might as well get you up here and let you participate, right? Adam, what's going on, man?
What's up, brother, man?
You're on mute.
Boys.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Nice.
Let's go.
Good, boys.
Hey, man. Hey, so to kind of touch on what you guys are talking about, I 100% share the sentiment of Justin. on this whole matter. It makes me go back to a voicemail that I left with the show, somewhere about 3/4 of the way through the season. And one of the concerns that I voiced was the statistics that were getting put up and how that's going to skew how Shedeur is looked at going into the next season. And I heard like Mary Kay touching on this, like 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, yada, yada. And like, I think the one thing besides like the one time that Shedeur was doing the interview and he like was kind of, he went like silent during the interview and he wasn't really saying anything. And it's the only time I really heard about Shadeur's like maturity being questioned. But the one thing that takes me off, especially with like Mary Kay, all those types of reporters, is I'm like, if you could just go ahead and name me another player in the NFL that goes into his draft hyped up as, what should be the second pick in the draft behind Cam Ward. He's the son of Deion Sanders, a Hall of Famer, arguably probably one of the best football players of all time, pretty close to it. Like, he's got all that on him. He comes in, his coach literally just throws him to the side and goes, you know what, man? We don't really got no training camp reps for you. Preseason, hey, no thanks. Like, I'm pretty sure it made like local news in Cleveland, like that they saw Shedeur. He like walks onto Baldwin Wallace's football practice squad to throw around with the guys so he can get reps because Cleveland's not doing it for him. He sits there and he takes all these knocks on the chin and he stands there and he's waiting patiently through Joe Flacco, almost going 6 feet under into the grave, and then Dylan Gabriel and his hooked on phonics version of a quarterback. And then it's Shadeur's turn, and he goes out there and he's performing. And the one thing I don't like is that no one rewinds the tape and looks at the games in the situations where Shadeur's a gamer and he wants to win. And like the unfortunate part about, since 1999 is we don't have enough people in the history of the Cleveland Browns that are gamers that want to win. And so like the fact that this dude, he's got this will, he wants to win, he wants to be good. The current coach is saying, hey, I haven't really met Dylan Gabriel yet. I saw Deshaun the day that I, signed up as the coach, but I see Shedeur here every day. Like, all indications in my mind is that Shedeur is going to get a look, and he's going to get a real look going into this, preseason, going into training camp. He's going to actually be prepared. And I hate when, these Deshaun Watson stories, and I hate how it gains momentum. Because the last thing I need is reps taken from Shedeur Sanders during training camp to question something that we know is failed already. And it's like, the kid deserves a legit shot, not like a Brady Quinn shot, like a real shot where we're going to like prep you. We're going to make sure you know his playbook. We're going to invest in you. And then let's see where that takes us. And I feel like regardless, if you just do that for this kid, I don't see how we're worse off going into this season if we just invest in this young man, and not just by putting weapons around him, but by the belief of the coaching staff and the belief of the owner. And like, hey, you're the franchise quarterback and you're not going out on that field with a short leash. Like, you're going to go out there. I want you to ball. I want you to play Shedeur Sanders football because that's Cleveland Browns football and we want to freaking win. So it drives me up a wall. I'm with Justin on this, man. I have no interest in seeing Deshaun Watson. I hate even saying his name. And it's like, I just want Shedeur to get a legit shot. And I don't want beat reporters like Mary Kay or any of them sitting here throwing random stats out to try and just muddy the waters with the fact that even if you were to draft a quarterback in this draft, I don't think that anybody on our roster now or who's going to be on our roster at, by the end of April gives us a more legitimate chance to win football games than Shedeur Sanders at the quarterback position. And I just wish that the ownership and the coaches and everyone else would at least give this kid a legitimate shot at it.
Drop the mic, man.
No, preach, brother. Preach, man.
Yep.
I'll drink that Kool-Aid all day, dude.
It is. It even gets worse because now, if you don't want to talk about Deshaun Watson, you want to talk about Ty Simpson at 6, which is even worse. I mean, at the end of the day, Shedeur was rated higher last year. Like, just put some effort into the kid and believe in a quarterback and give him a chance. Give him a chance for the whole year. Like, that's That's what I want to see. And I'm done with DW as well. And I've been saying it all year. Don't put another resource in the quarterback this year. Just build the team up and get something going. Build an identity, because we sure as hell didn't have one last year.
It feels like there's people in the fan base, obviously, and then there's certain creators on social media, and there's certain media members who just have this anybody except for Shador mindset. I don't know why. I don't know what he's ever done to anybody to make them hate him so much, but it's crazy that now all of a sudden these people are choosing to back up Deshaun Watson, who they were hating on for years, over Shador, who's done nothing wrong. So I don't understand the whole thing, but the play on the field speaks for itself. The last time Deshaun Watson was on the field, like Justin said earlier, dirt balls. Terrible. Nothing past 6 yards down. I mean, he was basically playing Dylan Gabriel football. If you guys can remember back to 2024, it was Dylan Gabriel football from Deshaun Watson. Then you get Shador Sanders come in last year. That play, man, that first game against the Raiders where he was rolling out to the right and he launched that rocket down the field to Isaiah Bond for almost a touchdown. He landed on the one. I was like, that's it right there. Like Kenny said, invest. Just invest. See what you got. Because again, if you don't have anything, you're going to be able to pick a guy next year anyway. So who cares? You might as well try it. You know what you don't have with the other guy.
If you felt stuck trying to lose weight, you're not alone. Enter Weight Loss by Hers. It's designed to support you in reaching your goals. And Hers now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications, including the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen. With Wegovy at Hers, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps you regulate your appetite, eat less, and keep weight off. Plus, Wegovy is the first GLP-1 available in a pill, so there are no needles needed. Everything is 100% online through Hers. You'll connect with a licensed provider who will determine if treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is delivered right to your door. No insurance necessary. And it doesn't stop there. Weight Loss by Hers goes beyond medication by offering access to 24/7 messaging with your care team and tons of in-app lifestyle and nutrition tips like recipes, meal plans, fitness videos, sleep content, and more. Even better, with a range of affordable GLP-1 options, Hers makes it simple to find an approach that fits your needs and your budget if eligible. You'll get a treatment plan personalized to you and unlimited dosage changes as needed. It's weight loss designed to work with your life. Ready to reach your goals? Visit forhers.com/women to get personalized, affordable care that gets you. That's forhers.com/women. forhers.com/women. Weight Loss by Hers is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk A.S. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit forhers.com.
I sold my car in Carvana last night.
Well, that's cool.
No, you don't understand. It went perfectly. Real offer, down to the penny. They're picking it up tomorrow. Nothing went wrong.
So, what's the problem?
That is the problem. Nothing in my life goes as smoothly. I'm waiting for the catch.
Maybe there's no catch.
That's exactly what a catch would want me to think.
Wow, you need to relax.
I need to knock on wood. Do we have wood? Is this table wood?
I think it's laminate.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's close enough.
Car selling without a catch. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 7 plant protein bars, 4 hydration mixes, and 4 enhanced coffee sticks. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Go to eatiqbar.com and enter code BAR20 to get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping. Again, go to eatiqbar.com and enter code BAR20.
This episode is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. Browns fans, do you ever feel like the internet is watching your every move? Yeah, that's because it is. Your browser is able to watch and store your digital activity, but you can put an end to that using today's sponsor, Surfshark VPN. A VPN is a virtual private network which allows you to mask your real IP address, essentially meaning that your online activity is no longer being tracked. You ever wonder just how much of your personal information is floating around online? Every click, every scroll, every late night mock draft that you do, all your data can be logged, tracked, and sold. With Surfshark, all that data stays with you. When I'm connected, Surfshark encrypts everything I do online, so even my internet provider or nosy advertisers, they can't see what I'm doing. And Surfshark doesn't keep logs, like at all. That means even if someone wanted to see what I've been up to online, there's literally nothing to show them. Now, some VPNs do keep records of your activity, which kind of defeats the point of privacy, right? Surfshark's strict no logs policy means they don't monitor, track, or store any of your browsing data. They also have an antivirus add-on. We tend to think viruses are just a laptop problem, but they can hit your phones, tablets, really anything electronic. That's why Surfshark Antivirus is such a smart add-on. It's built right into the app and it runs quietly in the background, protecting against malware, Trojans, and all that other nasty stuff that can sneak in from downloads or dodgy sites. So start protecting your online identity today with Surfshark. You can try it right now with a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. Just go to surfshark.com/dogs, DAWGS, or use code DOGS at checkout to get 4 extra months of Surfshark VPN. All right, Adam, you guys got anything else? How's Cooper doing?
Hey, Cooper's doing great. He's sitting here getting ready for the draft. He's pumped up. We're all pumped up, man. We're ready for the draft.
Who do you want?
Man.
Who do you want? You still want Tate?
Yeah, man. Yeah, Carnell Tate or nothing, man. I need Tate in my life. I need an excuse to buy another jersey, man.
Hey, man.
There it is.
Okay. Me too. Invest, baby, invest.
All right, man.
But yeah, man, that's all I got for you boys. And of course, per promise, man, fuck Venti.
Yeah. Have a great holiday, brother.
Yep.
All right, you guys too.
Appreciate you guys. Good to see you. Glad you guys are doing well. All right, let's see. Oh, we got Truth down here. Would like to come on up, so we might as well get Brad on stage.
Hello.
Money maker. Hey, yo.
What's up, boys?
Bradley, hello.
Hello. It's your local Browns terrorist. How are you doing?
Great, brother. Doing great, man. How was the game? Tell us, give us a great opening day recap on the Guardians/Indians win.
Let me tell you, Chase DeLauder is the truth.
I was worried he's going to be out a few games after that foul ball off his ankle the other day, but it was good to see him bounce back.
He put some Ben Gay on that, and he went back in the game. He said, I'm over it, bro.
All right, brother. What do you got, my friend?
Dude, you guys are preaching like I'm at church, man.
It's Easter weekend.
It's great. It's Good Friday today.
It's Good Friday.
Come on, man. Come on. Man, Mary Kay really rage baited everybody.
Don't talk to me about Ty Simpson at 6. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't put that evil on me. Yeah, don't put that evil on me.
But here, guys, I won't talk about that. But can we talk about Drew Aller at number 200 and whatever?
Quit mid-range wasting picks on quarterbacks, man. Gosh darn it, we need depth in special teams and stuff. Come on.
I'm not taking a single quarterback this year. Not a single. I want nobody.
Come on, man. Drew Aller, bro. Cleveland boy. I'm just kidding. I don't care. Honestly.
I'll take Green.
Yeah. No, I mean, really, you know, the whole Deshaun thing, how I've felt for so long about it. But when this whole thing came up, I'm like, oh, are we really trying to dig back into this old archive, like the Indian in the cupboard, bringing something back to life that should be dead,
Great movie, by the way.
Great movie. And it's just all these news writers and reporters, they are pushing this whole Deshaun narrative. It's just do they not know, how, savage the Browns fans will be if they see that dude back on the field again.
I think, and that's part of it, man, with the national media and stuff like that, and even maybe our local media. It signals a major disconnect with the fan base. A major disconnect. Completely just disconnected with how the fans feel. And I know the fans don't necessarily run the team, you know what I mean? But hey, we want to support you guys. Don't alienate us. We want to be at the game. We want to buy the jerseys. We want you guys to win. It's not anything other than that. We love this team. We love the city. Figure it out.
Yeah, Andrew's got a good point here in the chat. He says we cheered his injury. I mean, Justin, you were at that game. I mean,
I was there.
Now, whether or not fans were cheering because he was hurt, but they were definitely cheering because they didn't have to watch him on the field anymore. I know that's what was going on. We remember that.
I was at that game. People cheered him being injured. I don't care what anybody says in our comment section and all that stuff. I was at that game. I was sitting there. Mm-hmm. I remember looking at my mom and going, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen. It reminded me, and I wasn't there, but it reminded me of hearing the stories of like Justin Gilbert getting injured and people cheering, or Tim Couch getting injured and people cheering. Like,
Coach, yeah, there you go. So I mean, it's a savage world out there. But I mean, there was a part and about that injury that if you keep telling people he's the best option that you have to win, people are just going to rebel, and that's how they rebelled. They were yelling, "You deserve it," but he should have been benched. He played bench-worthy football, and they didn't do it, and that was the result. I'm not justifying it. I can see why there are people that did that.
Mm-hmm. Ashton the Joker nailed it in the comment section. He said they basically let him roll out there week after week looking terrible. We would watch all 22 film, and there'd be people wide open all over the place, and they'd say, Deshaun Watson's our guy going into next week. Week after week. I know you guys remember this. We would literally walk into the show going, what are we doing? Like,
they did it with Dylan Gabriel too. They did it with Dylan Gabriel too. You know?
Oh yeah.
But those guys aren't here no more. So we got a new coaching regime. So
thank God.
Let's see what they do.
One thing I would request, can somebody, for the love of God, give our owners some media training? Like, for the love of God. Like, he feeds into people spoon feeding him a question, and he just rolls right in. Oh yeah, Deshaun, he could be just like Sam Darnold or who. I was like, bro, can somebody get the mic off of this dude? Shut up, bro.
Oh, man, I did not hear that. I wish I did not hear that.
Yeah, he said that.
He said that.
I know we don't always love what he says, but and we don't agree with the meddling and stuff like that. But I think at the end of the day, Jimmy's like one of us as a Browns fan. He just wants the team to win too. I mean, he's throwing bags and Brinks trucks of money at this thing, trying to make this thing go.
I
if he wants to get up
it.
here and say some crazy things, I'll let him. But I agree with you. There's some times where it's like, man, last year we waited for that clarification, that hit and miss, and it was a signal that, okay, we're moving forward, man. Hey, take a deep breath. We're gonna invest in the future, and here we are holding our breath again.
Yeah,
facts.
Yep, it's just that time, and just like Justin said too, this is the law. There's like two of these. It's this time of the off season, and then it's after everything wraps up with the OTAs and the voluntary and the mandatory mini camps and everything at the end of June, and then from the end of June to the end of July, where there's like that month break, that's where there's nothing. The news is you got to be very careful what you listen to, what you buy into, because there's just nothing to talk about. Nothing's going on. The NFL is essentially shut down for summer break, and then that's when people go and get arrested and stupid crap happens. I mean, it's every general manager's worst fear. Like, that's the worst time of year, is that 4-week summer break, I swear.
Yeah. So
every Browns fan too.
So on a positive note, you know what? I keep hearing it, and I was listening to 92.3 unfortunately today. But on a positive note, they were saying, all these guys are saying that that we should just take Tate at 6. And if Tate falls at 6, we're going to take Tate. And I can't wait to have a number 1 wide receiver. That's all I'm going to say.
I hope.
Let's hope Andrew Berry actually does it.
Yeah, I hope so, man. You guys know how I feel.
I don't want to trade down. No trading down. No trading down. Absolutely no trade. It doesn't. It barely works for us.
It worked last year. I get it worked last year because you were able to get a first-time GM to just roll over for you and be like, yeah, I want to make a big splash for my team and get this generational, once-in-a-lifetime type of player and all this stuff. And, I mean, Andrew Berry took him for a ride. I got to give him that. I mean, he really did. He worked that deal, and it was well done. You're not going to get somebody to do that every year. So just you sucked last year. You sucked so bad you got the 6th pick in the draft. Use the damn thing. Take a good player and get better.
Yep.
Okay. Well, let's see. We got Browns guy 1. Let's get you up here
First
on
timer.
stage. I think so. First timer, yeah.
First timer.
Hey, what's up,
What's
guys?
going on?
Justin from Jersey, man.
Can you
Yes,
guys
sir.
hear me,
What's
or-
up, brother?
Yeah, what's up? It's your friendly Browns fan out here in New Jersey.
All right.
How you guys doing? Good. Yeah, everything Adam said, that was awesome, man. I couldn't agree with him more. You know, like, let's go all the fan bases and on Shador. You know what I mean? But whoever this secret guy on with a hood that's pushing some crazy agenda to put Deshaun Watson out there, like someone did some secret guy like dirty one day, like 20, 30 years ago, and he's like, we got to bring down this. Let's move him to Baltimore, and then we came back. Oh no, we got to bring him down again. It's incredible.
Actually, I need to go see what Leroy
everything
Bickerstaff
Adam
is up to. Maybe it's him.
Yeah, interesting stuff there. The secret society going on or something. You know, there's a lot of money in Cleveland. Yeah, everything you said was great. You know, we got to stick with Shador and definitely take Tate at 6. You know what I mean? Because I'm excited because we need that bigger body guy. I think we got Isaiah Bond, who's, I mean, he's like, what, I think 5'10", 5'11", and very quick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like, get Tate or get kind of a bigger body down the field, jump up and catch the ball thing. But if we had Tate, you know, Isaiah Bond and Harold Fannin, even if we didn't get any other receiver, which I still think we need at least one more, those 3 would be exciting with Quinshon coming back. But I'm not going to stand here too long, though. And I brought this kind of up in a voicemail, but there was other stuff on it, too. But I just was wondering your thoughts about what happened with that Kirk Cousin trade and that big. I mean, that was a pretty serious contract. I mean, it's, I believe, $172 million for 5 years to the Raiders. I mean, it kind of makes things interesting, that's for sure, right? I mean, it's almost like, well, what's really going on there? I'm not saying they can't bring another person in, you know, and let Mendoza sit a little bit, but I don't know if that exactly how that's going to go. Just wonder your thoughts on that.
Well,
I'm excited.
Well, let me just go real fast because I know off the top of my head here that I was seeing reports that Clint Kubiak had, I don't know if he had made the comments or somebody else in the organization made comments that they were interested in bringing in a veteran to start the season. They wanted to bridge Mendoza. So they don't want to just kick him right out there. Now, maybe he comes in, he's ready, but you can't expect a rookie to be ready. I think that's setting yourself up for disappointment. And then I was looking at, so it's a 5-year, $172 million deal, but it's really just a 1-year, fully guaranteed $20 million. So after that, they can cut him. And the Falcons are paying him $8.7 million this year. Raiders are paying the 1.3 vet min. So really, it's a pretty team-friendly deal. Kurt's going to get some money. Again, dude gets so much guaranteed money. It's insane.
Best agent in the league.
Yep, for real.
Agent.
For real.
Him and Daniel Jones' agent, man, they must know each other.
Dude, I put that out in the Discord today. He's passing the torch to Danny Dimes, and he'll be the next richest quarterback in the league, man. It's wild.
Yeah. It just would be the biggest Browns thing ever to do, because we put the thing out for possible 5 first-round picks, and no one really knows exactly what that meant. or what they were serious about, but it'd be such the biggest Browns thing to do, to like do some crazy, insane trade with like 3 first-round picks, Myles Garrett on the opposite side of, you know, Max Crosby, and then we end up with Mendoza and we have nobody to throw to. And it's just like, well, all right.
Just to touch on the Kirk Cousins thing, like when that was announced, I think it was on Thursday, man, my like NFL fandom was like full go, because I'm going, man, Mendoza just had a crazy pro day the day before where he put on a show. I'm like, maybe the Raiders are interested in selling this pick, you know, and the contract's coming through, and I'm like, holy crap, a lot of money. And then Josh nailed it. I seen 1 year, 20 million guaranteed. That's really what it comes down to. And I went, well, hey, this is just getting a guy in place, and they're going to let Mendoza kind of just ease his way into becoming the guy there. For a little bit, though, I was like, man, maybe Kirk Cousins, they're going to roll with him as the future, you know, for the next 3-4 years. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, this is just Vegas, you know, insurance policy for your young projected number 1 overall quarterback.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. You know what I mean? Just let's get Carnell Tate, man. Let's do it.
Yes.
Get a receiver, man. Get that X receiver. You know, you got Judy, you got Bond. I don't know about Tillman and the rest. Like, we need receivers. We were talking before this, like, will the Browns draft 2 receivers? It's only happened in the last 30 years once, I think. So, you know, I want to see more. I just need weapons, man. I just need weapons.
Yeah, I mean, because Miles, I mean, his ticker's ticking too, you know, along with Denzel Ward and that crazy duo. It's like we need points. I'm tired of having games where there's 6 points on the board. And, you know what I mean? The defenses looks like they're panning like dogs out there. It's like, well, they're coming back out, and this probably isn't going to be good. But, yeah, just we need some points. Whatever we need to do to get that. But, you know, we'll see what happens. You know, I just don't have a lot of hope because I watch so many drafts. And I'm just like, this guy, you have to take this guy. Like, you got to. And even the crazy part is, like, even me finding myself, I do a lot of mock drafts. And I'm already doing drafts where if we're going to completely just screw it up and, like, I don't know, take one of the linebackers, which the linebackers at OSU are phenomenal. We just don't need that right now. But just like the idea of like them just taking the wrong person or whatnot. So I'm like, okay, well, what if we do start looking at second or third round picks? I even find myself starting to like do it because I'm so used to it. I'm like, don't do that. Take it 6. That's simple. You want to trade up or down the 24th pick? That's fine. But just get Tate, man. You know, that'd be great.
Yeah.
It's going to make us great, bud. Yep.
Tate make us great. I see Ashton in the chat says trade up if anything. I keep trying to put this out there every chance I get with people. Andrew Berry's only traded up 1 time in 6 years with any significance. I know he traded up last year to get Shador, but that was like he traded 2-6 to move up in the 5th. That, to me, that's not a huge investment. The only time was trading up in the mid-second round to get JOK. I just don't see. He's not a trade up guy. He's a trade back guy. That is what he does. That's his move.
And the rookies they take now, I mean, even with the new stadium in 2028, 2029, they're still going to be there at the kind of end of their rookie deals. So it's it could be good for them too. So you know, still do for the future now. You know what I mean? Yeah, I hope they don't do something crazy like that. I don't know. Trade around, get Ty Simpson, no quarterbacks, get Tate.
So the thing is, and we can talk some draft stuff here too, because I know that's going to come up at some point anyhow, but you know, if we were talking before the show, if we trade back, you've got Washington sitting right behind us at 7, who would theoretically, I mean, they've been linked to Tate a little bit. You've got the Saints right after them. They've been linked to him. You got the Chiefs at 9, who I'm just now seeing on Twitter here from Ian Rappaport that they are looking into the idea of trading up from number 9. So I know that there's been some talk about the Chiefs maybe trying to go make a push for Jeremiah Love. They could use a number 1 wide receiver. We don't really know what's going on with Rashee Rice, and he's kind of more of he's got his role in the offense that he plays for them, but I don't know if he's that type of guy that Carnell Tate would be very good in Kansas City. So it's just, to me, it cracks me up the people that say, you can't take Tate at 6. He's not worth that pick. Okay, so he's worth 7. He can go at 8. He can go at 9, but you can't take him at 6? Come on. We're talking about what Kevin in the chat was saying. He's afraid. And I have this fear too that Tate won't even be there at 6.
Oh, yeah. We've already talked about that. It makes sense for Tennessee to take him.
It does.
It makes sense for New York to take him. And the same people that say that, hey, Love might be there at 6, I will circle back to those two teams again and say those two teams will be very interested in taking Jeremiah Love also. The worst case scenario is both those guys come off the board at 4 and 5.
Yes. You know why? Because those two teams, what do those two teams need? The Titans and the Giants, they need help on offense because they have young quarterbacks that they're investing in, and they have no playmakers. They don't have any explosive playmakers or elite playmakers. And guess what? Neither do we. That's what drives me nuts about this conversation. Oh, Browns should just trade back. We never have the best players, and our offense is the worst. Get those players. That's what just pisses me off.
Guys, how many times have you heard is Bailey or is Downs or is Bain going to fall to us at 6 and we have to take him? I'm like, how much more 20 to 16 games do you want to watch? We're on the tail end of that. Get me somebody that can stick their nose in the goddamn end zone. Yeah. Get Love, get Tate, get anybody that can get that. I just don't get how you want to see points not from the other team. It's never worked for us. It hasn't worked for us since 99. All we've ever done is traded back and taken centers, guards, tackles, defensive tackles, Barkevius Mingos. Get out of here with that.
Mid-talent.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh, well, there's Justin, you got anything else for us while we got you up here?
No, that's it.
All right, man. Well, it's good to hear from you. Thanks for joining us here.
Thank you so much.
I almost said, okay, well, see you later.
I know.
I was like, Jesus.
So I wanted to talk about, Kevin put a nice hypothetical question here in the chat. He said, say both Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Love are both gone at 6, then who are you taking instead? And
I know.
So you got, obviously, Fernando Mendoza's gone, but I don't know who the other couple people off the board would be. But Justin, do you have a thought?
So like you said, it depends on who slides. You know what I mean? If the tackle for Miami slides, that's your guy. Yep. That's the one to circle, okay? No brainer. Hey, that makes complete sense. You are absolutely home running that pick right there. If he is gone, which I would think he would go off with Arizona, but I'm not gonna lie, I would be very comfortable taking my guy Lemon. I know he's a slot guy, but I like his attitude. I like his film a lot. I like his contested. I think we need to get a guy. We need to get a guy that'll own some shit in that room. We need a guy that'll take some leadership. We need a Jarvis Landry. We really, really need a vocal guy. Kenny's talked about this a lot. I think Lemon absolutely fits that mold and would be an immediate playmaker in the offense. But that's how I would go.
This episode is partnered with Kalshi. Browns fans, are you ready to put your money where your predictions are? With Kalshi, America's #1 regulated prediction market, you can legally trade on events that actually matter to you. And the best part is you don't need to predict specific stat lines and compile a 7-leg parlay just to win big. With Kalshi, the objective is either yes or no. Will Shedeur Sanders be the Browns' Week 1 starting quarterback? Will Fernando Mendoza be the first overall pick in the draft? Will the Browns make their pick at 6, or will they trade out of that spot? And in other sports, will the Cavs win the NBA Finals? You can put your money on these predictions and more with Kalshi. If you want to try it out, Kalshi is giving $10 to anyone who signs up at kalshi.com/dogs and trades $100. Get away from disadvantageous sports books and dive into real-world outcomes with real-time odds and real payouts. Head over to Kalshi, KALSHI.com/dogs, DAWGS, or just click the link in the description to get $10 when you trade $100 with Kalshi. Because why shouldn't you get paid for being right? This episode is sponsored by ButcherBox for Pets. Browns fans, ButcherBox for Pets has a deal you cannot pass up for your 4-legged family members. Right now, you get 50% off your first subscription order of the premium slow-cooked nutrition dog food or the premium fresh dog food. Just go to butcherboxforpets.com/dogs, DAWGS, and use promo code DOGS when you check out. It can get confusing because we're the dogs, we love our fellow dogs, our dog pack members, and the Dog Pound faithful. But let's not kid ourselves. The most important dogs in our lives are, well, our dogs. And they're not just pets, like I said, they're part of the family. So the question is, what are you actually feeding them? At ButcherBox, they believe in real ingredients. Their pet foods have been developed and certified by vet nutritionists to contain 0 artificial flavors or preservatives. I know our house wouldn't be the same without Odie, our 100-pound golden retriever who thinks he's a 10-pound lap dog. Absolute dumbest dog in the world, but we love him like crazy. And it gives us peace of mind knowing that we're giving him quality food instead of those factory processed blocks from the store. And speaking of the store, no need to add dog food to your shopping list ever again. ButcherBox delivers their high-quality food right to your door. Just choose the delivery schedule that you need for your dog, and you can change, modify, pause, or cancel your plan at any time. So try it out today. Your dog will love you for upgrading their meal times. ButcherBoxForPets.com/dogs and use promo code DOGS, DAWGS, to get 50% off. That's right, half off your first subscription order of the premium slow-cooked nutrition fresh dog food or the premium fresh dog food. Minimum purchase of just $34. 50% discount applies to subscription orders only. One use per customer, and you can cancel at any time. ButcherBoxForPets.com/dogs. Well, I don't hate it. I mean, I'm with you. Francis Mariano is there. If someone doesn't take him in the top 5, you got to take him. I think he's a set it and forget it piece of your offensive line for the next decade plus. Don't worry about it. I don't care that he plays right tackle. Who cares? Who cares? Draft him. Make Howard play left tackle or something else. Who cares? This is your guy. But then I'm with you on Mekhi Lemon. The dude's insane. Like his season, like some of the deeper metrics, like his yards after catch, he had 502 yards after catch. I think that was the second most in this class. And his yards per route run, he's one of the only receivers. There's only 3 receivers in this class that were over 3. And he was one of them. He was actually the highest at 3.13. His ADOT's nice at 10.4, only 2 drops. Caught 10 out of 15 contested catches. And the 21 missed tackles forced. Like, he's going to make plays. He's going to pick up yards. He's like you said, we love watching Harold Fannin catch a 2-yard pass and take it for 11. That's what Mekhi Lemon can do too. So now you got a couple of those guys that can just beast people. And I'd be excited for that as well. Kenny?
Guys, when we drafted Schwartz, St. Brown was on the table, was he not?
Yep.
And we talked. I remember Zach.
We were just pounding the table for him. I remember you guys doing the draft. I'm like, oh, hallelujah! Somebody sees this. That's right, Brian. We got the fastest guy in the draft. Didn't do jack shit for us, and that guy reminds me so much of him. That guy has an attitude. He has an attitude for the Motor City. Bring Lemon here. Get his attitude for the Browns. I mean, I think he'd be fantastic for us as far as just his playmaking ability, his attitude, and he would change his team like Landry, I think.
I agree. I know. I see you guys in the chat talking OT, wide receiver, all that stuff. I shared this on Twitter the other day. The Carr brothers, Derek Carr and David Carr, do a podcast together, and they put out a clip. They were going through their first round mock, just kind of doing their own thing. They got to Cleveland at 6, and they said, how do you not take Carnell Tate here? You need a wide receiver. And I think it was Derek Carr was talking about how crucial it is to have reliable receivers that you can throw to as a quarterback. And right now we don't have one of those. And Justin, what do you think about Denzel Boston? I see people in the chat here talking about, Denzel, he should be there at 24. We'll just take him instead. To me, there's a significant drop from Tate to Boston. But what do you think? Huge drop. Okay.
I see him as if we for some reason go anything but wide receiver at 6, or if we trade out of that, I could see him as a circle at 24. I see that a lot. The thing for me though is you have those kind of top guys. There's 3 guys I think we'll just call it 2. Let's say Tate and Lemon, right? Because I think Tyson could slide. I've seen mocks where he slides all the way to 24 because people are scared about the history. For me, I have that 24 circled as an offensive lineman. I don't know how we don't do that. And then behind that, Kenny's kind of talked about it too, is there's guys, at what is it going to be 39 and at 70 where Kenny brought up Surratt today.
I think just Surratt, man.
Yeah, he could be a guy that like an absolute steal. I feel like it's almost cheating to like just comp him to Mike Evans just because of his body style and like his red zone presence. But like he's a big guy. Like, and then I know this one might scare you, but a guy that I kind of like too is Brazel from Tennessee. I know that Tennessee receivers have not done us great.
Yeah, I got buyer's remorse on that for sure.
Yeah, some of his stuff, man. He's very fun to watch. He's like great pass catching. His contested catch is good. He ran a very good 40, which I mean, some of that stuff is kind of a wash anyway. But like, I think like sub 4.40. So I almost see wide receiver as like I see us drafting too. Tate is a circle to me. Like as long as Tate's there, you take him. Mm-hmm. But then like I think that you can have a run where you go guard or tackle or whatever and your second pick in the first round, and then kind of fill some pieces up because the depth on our team is not great either. We've kept kind of hashing that out that like even on our elite defensive side, when you get past the ones, it can kind of get a little absolutely terrifying if we're being honest. So that's kind of how I see it. I see us taking at least an elite at 6. I would be shocked if we don't go Tate or Lemon at 6, and then I think that you come back around at your third or fourth pick on the other receiver.
So I don't know about Boston, man. Like, where do you see him play? Because like ultimately, I keep hearing the Browns and how they talk about how they want players to play multiple positions. Like that's a big thing for them. Say we have an injury. You look at somebody like Tate that we've been talking a lot. He can play XY. He can play slot. He can do a lot of stuff. I could even see with the jump ball and the contested catches with Lemon that he could probably do that. Maybe not so much an X receiver. But like somebody like Denzel Boston, I think you're just pigeonholing him to one real receiver position, right? Where you got Cooper, who's a bigger body guy. He's a slot guy, right? You could probably move him around too, just based on size and the type of or the way he plays the game. Even Brazel or whatever his name is, I think that guy's got a little bit of lineage through the NFL. I think his old man played as well, but as Boston's did. But I just feel like he's a one-dimensional receiver. He's going to jump up and get the ball, or he's going to catch it like close to line of scrimmage and go. I don't really know where his intermediate game is.
So everything that you're talking about with Boston, I heard this breakdown. I listened to a guy talk about breaking down Denzel Boston, and he said there's a lot of Keon Coleman there for the Bills. And if you guys have followed anything with the Bills and Keon Coleman, like his biggest issue on the field is he just cannot generate separation, can't create separation. And yeah, great contested catch guy in college, and that's what Denzel Boston does, but you can't live on contested catch alone. And if that's your calling card, that's really the one thing you do well, that's a problem because it means you're not getting open. Everything you catch has to be contested because you're not creating separation. And that worries me. If you can't do it in college, you're not going to do it at the NFL level. And for me, you guys didn't even mention his name. But at 24, if that were the situation, I'd rather have either Omar Cooper Jr. or KC Concepcion than Denzel Boston, because Concepcion, to Kenny's point, can go all over the field. You line him up wherever you want, whatever receiver spot. He can win in the middle, the intermediate. He can win short. He can win deep. He's got it all. Like, he is a very explosive player. I know he has drops issue, last year in college and everything, but everybody I listen to has said like, nah, I'm not, like, it's not something to be concerned about. Don't hang up on that.
I want to know with him with the drop issues, like how they think it's so fixable, Wasn't this what they said about Braylon Edwards 15 years ago too? And all that guy could do is bat a ball down.
Well, I think it's because some of I don't know how many, but a good portion of his drops were in very tight contested contact situations where he's not the biggest, he's not the strongest wide receiver. So I think some of that might have led to some drops.
I guess I can see what you're saying. So for his size, you're ultimately going to play him inside.
More likely,
be less of propensity to want to throw him contested catches. So that would by rule, drop his
and he can get open. He is a zone beater, and that's what I love about him because the NFL plays on average. I think it's 70% zone coverage, so he's got that. He's got that in his arsenal. But
I'm glad you brought that up because I saw that 10% and I was like, I don't know about that.
I know it's definitely something to be concerned with. But again, all these guys have their pros and they have their cons. Some have more pros, some have more cons, things to be worried about, whatever. But I feel so comfortable with Tate just because the way he wins translates to the NFL so well. And I know everybody scout the player, not the helmet. Well, I scouted the player because I watched the helmet every Saturday. And the dude is freaking good. And we have not put out Ohio State, that is what I mean, has not put out a bad receiver since when?
Gary Robisky Jr.
That's the last
one, man.
Yeah. Brian Robisky. That was a good one. Hey, we got Browns guy wanting to come back up here.
I said his old man's name. Yeah, Brian.
Yeah. Hey, Justin, what's up, man?
I might have to. Yeah. Oh, you see it? Know that it's Justin. Okay. Yeah.
It took me a second. And I was like, wait, I know this. Yeah.
What the other Justin was saying, but I'll change my name eventually to make it easier.
No, don't worry. I'll be JC, bro. You're good, man. You be
no,
Justin. I'll be
name,
JC,
man.
brother.
But I want to add to what Justin was saying. Like, and I mentioned this about a couple months ago with Brazel, is like, if you haven't watched film on him, he's insanely athletic for his height, and he's like 6'5", which is he's actually slightly taller than DK Metcalf. So the main reason I would bring him in, I would love if we got Tate at 6, maybe whatever, took a lineman at 24, and if we got him in the second round, I think it would be a steal because specifically on goal line, if you got him and beefed him up a tiny bit and he became that player where, okay, Brazel's in, he could be going for that deep fade in the corner. He's 6'5", a small jump. Corners are going to struggle tremendously to try to bat that ball down. They're not even going to go for the interception. They're going to try to see if they can get up there and swat it away, which is already going to be hard. So right away, they're going to be like, we got to watch him because they might go for the fade in the corner to the 6'5" guy that's, almost 6'6" and can even jump high. He's got a decent vertical, I believe, too, for his height.
Dude, you know what? Moncton was used to that with Mike Evans in Tampa Bay. That's what he did.
I wouldn't be surprised if we actually take him. Yeah, absolutely. And then also, if we were on goal line and he comes in and they're like, maybe go there, take Judkins, run him right up the gut.
And you got
the linebacker might fade over to that side, and then you study that defense of how they pull that linebacker that might help them out over there, or that corner or that safety, and then you go right to that side and run right up the middle. All right, well, now you've created a scenario where it could be a serious issue, and I think he actually has NFL talent, which I was a little skeptical at first, but I've watched actually a lot of film on him, and I agree with Justin. I think he could be a possible huge playmaker for us, but that's all. I just wanted to add to what Justin had to say there.
No, that's great. I mean, Chris Brazel's one of those guys. Again, it is a little
not a first rounder. I don't.
No,
think.
Definitely not a first rounder. He would be, second or
the end of it, right? The early second, depending on the next few weeks, I could see him getting right at the end of the first, like tail end,
possibly. Yep. Late first, early second.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So Brazel, I'm just kind of looking through his metrics here. Lined up 94% of his routes out wide. So he's pretty much strictly your boundary receiver. And really nice 2.57 yards per route run. Obviously a 15.7 ADOT. Dude gets targeted down the field. Doesn't drop the ball very much. The whole contested catch thing, he's not as good. He's 7 to 17 for 41% last year at Tennessee. So not really the high number you would want to see from a guy who's 6'5". But okay, I mean, it is what it is. I think in certain situations he's probably okay at that. But I mean, Carnell Tate was at 86 almost percent. I mean, Mekhi Lemon was almost at 67% contested catch. He was a freaking beast. But this is going to be interesting to see because we got to get receivers. We got to get at least 2 in this draft. And it's going to be interesting to see which ones we end up with.
Yeah, definitely. I would be pretty excited if which probably isn't going to happen because you know how Andrew Berry is, but in my opinion, if we could come out, depending on how, instead of having to trade up or move any of our picks around, get Tate, right off the bat, I almost could care less who we draft for the next 3, 4, 5 rounds. If we had Tate, I'm going to be so pumped. But get Tate. Get a lineman at 24, and then just don't overthink it. Take Brazel with your early second round pick. You got a guy that you can just kind of toss the ball up to. You got Tate, that can help you drive down the field. You got Isaiah Bond, who's a speedster, even a slight gadget guy who actually runs very good routes. Oh, and then what else? You got Harold Fannin up the middle. I don't know.
The crazy thing too is it will go abandon like all game plan stuff. But like, let's say we take Tate at 6. If Tyson's there at 24, I'm turning that card in all day, and I'm just saying I don't even care what the offensive line looks like. Give me those 2 guys to start rebuilding this thing with. Let's go. Forget injury history.
We'd be the
24.
We'd be the first team since like 2004 to do that. Receivers in the first round.
Take 2 receivers in the first.
Well, if there's any team that needs to do it, it's us.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen, but it would be. And I would feel better taking the risk on Tyson if we had Tate,
oh yeah.
All right, so if he rips his knee open on the first play of the first game, which is probably going to happen. All right, well, at least we got Tate,
Yeah. Yeah. And the risk is less. I know it's still a high draft pick because you're talking about a first round pick. You gave up draft equity to get that pick, but still, the kid is crazy talented. It's just the only thing is the injury history is circled big time. That'll be the thing where it depends, and we'll see what teams really, really think about the injury history.
Yep.
You throw him at Kansas City at 9, I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah.
True.
Someone's going to take a risk on him, I think.
Yep.
I think it's going to happen, but
100%.
All right, Justin. Good hearing from you again, man.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep. Take care, buddy.
Good talking to you, brother.
Okay, so we are right here about the hour mark. We'll be wrapping it up. I think let's address this last question here. NTX Ranger in the chat is asking how we would feel about Caden Proctor, the left tackle from Alabama, at pick 24. Would he fall that far, and would you guys want him?
I got Jed Wills buyer's remorse from Alabama, so I'm having a hard time with it. That being said, if you're going to give me something, the one thing I believe is that if you have someone that has physical traits that just can't be taught, which he has, and he is on the freak list, man. Like, he is a RAS guy, and 6'7", I believe he's 350 pounds, and he moves like he's 320. And I'd have a hard time passing that up because I know I have George Warhop as a O-line coach. Mm-hmm. So and he's a left tackle. So it's the biggest gaping hole that we have. And you're telling me I can get the best physical specimen, still rolling the dice a little bit because we don't know if it's weight control and all this other stuff. So 2 solid years of playing at Alabama. Man, I think I'm gonna take that if I got Tate for sure.
So I'm with you, man. My thing with him is I just don't think he's gonna get to 24. I see him taking earlier than that. His stock is actually big time on the rise. All of a sudden, there's articles with Todd McShay talking about the Browns are there's a lot of rumors that the Browns are very interested in him with Proctor at 6, which is. Out of nowhere, kind of all of a sudden, another report. But in this scenario, like you're asking, man, and he's there at 24, home run. It'd be like how Baltimore's drafts fall to him. Oh, player of need. Well, we do need that position badly. Take it. I feel like Baltimore just has great players just fall to them all day, and it's just like, oh, they just are needlessly filling holes with great skilled players. It'd be nice if one of our drafts could fall like that.
It sure would, but we'll see. And April 23rd, 7:45 p.m. Join us, guys. We will be live on YouTube. First round coverage of the NFL draft. So make sure you guys mark that down. Share your second screen experience with the Dogs podcast. We'll have Blake with us, the 3 of us and Blake. By the way, congratulations again to Blake on the birth of his second daughter. So Blake's having a really fun time right now.
He's just sitting at the hospital complaining to the wife about the sofa bed.
I was there 14 months ago. I remember very well.
That does suck. But keep your mouth shut, brother.
That's right. Yep. She, yeah. That's one place you just don't complain.
No, hell no.
But anyway, appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks for being here again. Join another episode here in the Discord live. If you want to do this with us in the future, jointhedogs.com, join the Discord, join the Patreon, sync everything together there, help support the show, hang out with all the Browns fans, and be part of this. Plus, we do have fantasy football signups coming in June. So I know that seems like a far way away, but it really isn't, because as soon as the draft is over, it's going to be May. So we're pretty close to our registration signups for fantasy football already. So get in now, get in early, make sure you guys reserve your spot. As long as you're a member of the Dog Pack, you can play fantasy. And that's all you got to do. So jointhedogs.com. Justin, Kenny, thanks for hanging out tonight. We'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
Good stuff, man.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Dogs Podcast. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Twitter at the Dogs Podcast. Get your thoughts on the show at thedogspodcast.com.
This episode is sponsored by ISSA. Browns fans, if you're into health and fitness, have you ever wondered how you could maybe turn those hobbies and your passion into an actual career? If that sounds interesting to you, then ISSA has the opportunity you've been looking for. ISSA is the International Sports Science Association, and they can help you become a certified personal trainer in as little as 3 months. And right now you can get $100 off your certification when you sign up through our link, joinissa.com/dogs, DAWGS. Now, certifications are 100% online, self-study, and self-paced. You can study anywhere from your phone, tablet, or computer. And the final exam is open note, open book, aka piece of cake. Except you fitness nuts probably don't eat a ton of cake, so let's just call it a piece of delicious protein bar. And ISSA has the #1 job guarantee in the industry. If you get certified and sign up to be a certified trainer with ISSA, you have a job guarantee or your money back. ISSA has over 10,000 gym partners that have over 73,000 open jobs for trainers right now. And you don't need a 4-year degree or a 2-year degree. You just need your certification to qualify for these jobs. So what are you waiting for? With certification this simple, there's no excuse not to pursue your passion and become a certified personal trainer today. Get $100 off your certification at joinissa.com/dogs. You've wanted to make a change long enough. Now it's time to do something about it. That's joinissa.com/dogs for $100 off your personal trainer certification.
Hey, sweetie, your mother showed me this Carvana thing for selling the car. I'm going to give it a try. Wish me luck. Me again. I put in the license plate. It gave me an offer. Unbelievable. Okay, I accepted the offer. They're picking it up Tuesday from the driveway. I haven't even left my chair. It's done. The car is gone. I'm holding a check. Anyway, Carvana, give it a whirl. Love ya.
So good, you'll want to leave a voicemail about it. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.